Kenneth, selamat pagi, Pak and Ibu. I'm Benjamin. I'm a solutions engineer with Couchbase, and as the role suggests, typically when customers come to me, they come to me with challenges, with their engineering headaches or the engineering goals of the year, and my job is to come up with a solution for them. Sometimes it can be around Couchbase, sometimes not. Um, I have my QR code on the screen. If you'd like to get connected, you could scan that QR code. It has my email, it has my phone number, it has my LinkedIn. And if you'd like to shoot me one of your engineering challenges or goals that you want to achieve, feel free to do so. I'll hand the time over to Jackie for his introduction before we get into the webinar proper.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm a Google Cloud Database Specialist for Epic Partners. Yeah, I have over 20 years experience across diverse database technologies. Since I joined Google 5 years ago, I've been focused on the empowering customers and partners to leverage the power of Google Cloud's data and AI solutions. I look forward to sharing my knowledge and experience with you during this session. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks, Jackie. Now, for today's agenda, we're going to have a lot of great information, a lot of knowledge sharing. We'll start things off with Couchbase's forward strategy, empowering our customers to build applications with AI capabilities. Then we'll talk about some of the use cases and how a vector search, how a hybrid search can enhance your application. And then we'll hand things over to Jackie, who will run through with everyone what Google's AI strategy is and also Google's AI stack. After that, and once we have built the foundation of vector search and Google's AI capabilities, we'll get into a demo of Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, which couples Google's as well as Couchbase's capabilities, namely Google Gemini and Couchbase Lite. Then we'll teach everyone how to get started with Couchbase Capella and how to sign up for our free tier. Now, starting off with Couchbase's forward strategy. Now, as a solutions engineer, literally day in and day out, I speak to my customers. And what I've done is to summarize all of the feedback and all of the discussions which we've had, and I want to play this back to you to see if this is relatable. Now, starting things off, when customers come to us, they want to build applications which deliver great user experiences. It has to be highly personalized. It has to be highly responsive. Not just that, the application has to be available anywhere and everywhere. Whether you are chilling by the beaches in Bali or whether you are in the city center of Jakarta, you want your users to have a great user experience. Now, the next component comes when you're developing the application. Customers want to develop their applications more efficiently. This means leveraging off the skill sets of their existing teams, whether it's SQL as a query language, or whether it's a certain programming language, a programming stack, which your developers are already familiar with. Last but not least, when you're deploying your application, you want to make use of the many deployment methods, whether you want to deploy it on-prem for compliance reasons, deploying it on the edge for bringing the data closer to your end user, or even deploying on the cloud to make use of scalability advantages. Now, when choosing a database, customers typically think about the future of their application trends, AI capabilities, modern requirements to accommodate flexibility of the data model, at the same time incorporating legacy requirements such as transactions, data controls, and consistency and integrity. Now, everyone knows how an application is typically developed and deployed. Usually, you would have some sort of an application, a front end. That front end ties in with a back end that connects to a database, and that database lives on some sort of infrastructure. Now, in reality, architecture diagrams do not look this simple. They actually look something like this, where you would have multiple data solutions coming into the stack. Starting things off with a relational database. Then when management thinks about the future trends of data, you might think about a NoSQL database. And typically, if a customer come to us with these kinds of NoSQL databases, they would have to pair it up with a caching solution. Now, as more and more solutions and more features come up in your application, you might think about a vector database, a full text search capability, analytics, and even a mobile database. Now, what this results in is a high amount of cost, not just infrastructure costs, but licensing cost, integrations costs, trainings costs, management costs, and more importantly, what happens when something goes wrong? Instead of figuring out how to solve the problem, you first have to figure out which wire is causing the problem. And that itself becomes an issue of managing the different solutions that you have adopted. Now, with Couchbase, we were founded a lot later than many of these different competitors, but we have helped to fill in those gaps. At our core, Couchbase is a JSON document NoSQL database with integrated caching and key value access. So that essentially is MongoDB plus Redis. Now, over time, we have heard from our customers that they like SQL or they like the SQL query language. So that's exactly what we have brought in. When you query data from Couchbase, you are using SQL. Select from where, group by, order by, limit. That is exactly how you query data in Couchbase. Now, for today's webinar, we'll be talking a lot about AI capabilities. And in that sense, we'll be touching on vector search and mobile databases. Before we get into that, I wanted to run everyone through what some of these use cases look like. Now, whether you notice it or not, everyone here uses some sort of AI capabilities in their day-to-day applications. If you are purchasing something from an e-commerce platform and you see a summarized user review that comes from thousands of user reviews, that itself is an AI capability to do content generation. You have got classification and anomaly detection, which is another type of AI capability. Semantic search capabilities is also an example or a use case of AI capabilities on applications. The ability to select an image and to find similar products within a product catalog based on vector distancing. And last but not least, AI-powered chatbots and applications. Now, we have heard about these use cases, but how does these use cases actually serve on the foundation of vector databases? Let's take a look first at what a vector is. A vector is as simple as an array of integers or floats. Now, one very simple way to understand this is through RGB. For my gamers who are in today's webinar, you might have purchased an RGB item for your setup, for your PC, or for your keyboard. RGB gaming keyboards, RGB CPU fans, RGB gaming mouses. Now, what does RGB mean? RGB are actually the primary colors, red, green, and blue. And any color that you set your keyboard to be is actually a combination of a little bit of red, a little bit of green, and a little bit of blue. And this can be represented in a three-dimensional array like such. Now, this is a very simple understanding of a vector, or rather a three-dimensional vector, but literally everything that you can think of, whether it's a PDF document, whether it's an image, or whether it's an audio file, it can be represented as a vector as well. You just need to pass it through an embedding model. Now, once you have those vectors, you can then start to use a vector database to do vector distancing. Now, vector distancing would help you identify that running shoes are closer to track shoes than they are to ski boots. And this is all done mathematically by calculating the distances between two different vectors. Now that we've understood what vectors are and how vector distancing plays a part in similarity searches, we can then start to understand where does a vector database come into play. Now, typically, what customers do is that they store vectors in a database, and the vector database does storaging, indexing, as well as querying when your application sends a request to the vector database. And the role of the vector database is then to respond to that request, bringing up the top k nearest neighbors. Now that we've talked about vector databases and the foundation of vectors, we'll get into the next component of how Couchbase helps customers to deploy databases. Now, at the very beginning, you would think about a central database, and that was Couchbase Server. Now, for customers who would want to deploy on the edge to bring their data closer to their end users, we would deploy Couchbase Lite, which is a full-feature, lightweight, embedded database. And if you need synchronization technology between the mobile database and your central database, you can deploy Sync Gateway. Now, deployment options are really up to you. We have got Couchbase Capella, which is our database as a service. It can be deployed on AWS, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud. Or you can even choose to deploy this in a self-managed environment, whether you want to deploy it on the public cloud, on the private cloud, or even on-prem. Now, Couchbase Lite, again, is our full-feature, lightweight, embedded database. All the features that you would need from a database, you can get from Couchbase Lite. Sync Gateway is the middleman that does the facilitation of your synchronization between Couchbase Lite and your central database. And you might be wondering, Ben, in what use cases do I require Couchbase Lite? Now, let's think about a typical diagram where you have got internet connectivity, which is very stable. Now, in such a scenario, your user is happy and your application is well and fine. But as soon as your application, as soon as your internet connectivity becomes spotty or intermittent, you then start to see what everyone hates, which is that spinning icon, that spinning wheel. Now, this results in a bad user experience. And as soon as the internet connectivity goes out, that's when you would have business downtime or what we call revenue loss. Your application is no longer accessible by your end user. Now, in such scenarios, this is exactly when you'd want to incorporate Couchbase to be deployed on your edge devices. Now, Couchbase Lite can be deployed on smartphones, whether it's iOS or Android, or even tablet devices. Now, in the middle, you would have Sync Gateway. So this means that whenever internet connectivity is available, synchronization between Couchbase Lite and your central database, whether it's deployed on the cloud or whether it's deployed on-prem, it will take place automatically. Notice how I said automatically. You don't need any retry strategy. Your users don't need to reattempt to push and pull data from your central database or from their Couchbase Lite device. Now, this is exactly a use case of how many of our customers actually deploy mobile solutions, especially when they are considering cases where internet connectivity may go out. Now, one use case that I can share with you is for insurance sales. Now, if you had met an insurance agent recently to purchase an insurance package or an investment package, you would notice that he's actually carrying around an iPad device. Now, whether or not there is internet connectivity, he's unbothered because in that iPad device is Couchbase Lite. Any data mutations come through Couchbase Lite, and whenever there is internet connectivity, the synchronization to the central database takes place. Now, let's take a look at a very simple use case of semantic search when there is no internet connectivity. Semantic search actually does what we know as vector distancing. It compares a certain vector for a request, and it looks at all the vectors of the images which I have in my application to actually do a similarity search. Now, I'll be doing a short demo on this, and I'll show you how this looks like. Now, in here, I have an application that has got many different images, And in Couchbase Lite, we're actually storing all of these images as vectors. Now I have three images that I want to show everyone. An image of a broccoli from Google. And I also went to the ranch market in Indonesia where I took a picture of an apple. Now, if I come to the application and I select the image of the broccoli, you would see that there is an exact match. And so only broccoli shows up. Now, if I were to show you an image of the ranch supermarket, you would see that because there is no closest vector, nothing comes up. And likewise, when I showcase that image of the apple, vector similarity actually ranks the products in order. So in first place comes vector, and in second place is tomato, probably because it is round, it is red, and there is a green stem. Now that is just a quick a demo of how semantic search looks like. And now I'll be handing the time over to Jackie, who will run through Google Cloud's Gen AI solutions.
Okay, thanks, Benjamin. Now, let's explore how Google Cloud's generative AI can take your business even further. Next page, please. Okay, as an AI-first company, Google has been the leader in AI innovation for many years. But maybe our most significant contribution is the Transformer. This foundation technology for generative AI is really a game changer, shaping the future of how we live and we work. Next page, please. AI is core to Google's DNA. Our global products like YouTube, Maps, and Search are all powered by AI. This real-world experience, compared with our One Google approach, means Google Cloud delivers powerful AI built on proven innovation. Next page, please. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce Gemini, Google's largest and most capable AI model. Next page, please. What makes Gemini truly special is its ability to understand not just text, but also images, audio, video, and even code. By compiling these different types of innovation, Gemini can grasp complex situations and relationships in a way that many AI models cannot. So, this is a major step towards making AI more helpful and accessible for everyone. So, we're excited about the possibility it unlocks. Next page, please. Google is committed to giving you the best and most diverse selection of large language models. Need faster performance? Gemini Flash is optimized for speed. Need to take the most demanding task? Gemini Pro is our most powerful model with a massive context window. And for those who want more flexibility and customization, we have German. German is a family of models built with the same research as Gemini. So, with Google's AI, you have the performance, flexibility, and choice to take any challenge. Next page, please. To succeed with enterprise AI, you need more than just powerful models. You need a complete platform, a thriving ecosystem, strong partnerships, and the ability to customize models with your own data. This is crucial because it allows business to truly tailor AI solutions to your unique needs and unlock the full potential of this transformative technology. Next page, please. Google Cloud provides a complete data and AI platform, not just models. We offer everything from powerful database and data analytics tools to cutting-edge AI and machine learning service, all seamlessly integrated. This unified approach empowers business to streamline their workflows, maximize efficiency, and extract the true value from your data. Next page, please. Vertex AI is Google Cloud's uniformed end-to-end machine learning platform, empower you throughout your entire AI journey. Explore a diverse modern garden, customize models with Model Builder, and even build AI agents with Agent Builder. From pre-trained models to fully customized solutions, Vertex AI gives you the flexibility and the power to achieve your AI goals. Now, let's take a close look at it. Next page, please. Kickstart your AI journey with Modern Garden. Explore a vast selection of enterprise-ready models from Google, our partners, and the open source community. Find the perfect fit and leverage our comprehensive platform for seamless integration and full data control. Next page, please. After we got the best foundation models from the Modern Garden, then Vertex AI's Model Builder can let you easily customize them with your own data for optimal performance. Next page, please. Okay, even models are very powerful, right? But they really have limitations. They struggle to handle complex, dynamic situations. So here, AI agent comes. They are truly transformative. They can reason, access information, and make complex decisions to solve real-world performance in dynamic ways that models simply cannot. So with a modern for thinking, tools for acting, and orchestration to manage it all, agents can do a lot of things that models alone can do it. Next page, please. How do AI agents works? Let's see. You want to book a flight from Singapore to Tokyo. Instead of just providing you a list of options, AI agent use a reasoning loop to figure out the best solution. It thinks, okay, I need to search for flights from Singapore to Tokyo. It then use tools like the Flight Search API to find options. Then it analyzes the results, thinks some more, maybe according to your performance, right? And finally provides you with the most suitable flights. This continuous iterative loop of thinking and acting allows AI agents to take complex tasks and provide truly intelligent solutions, just like your smart assistant. Okay, so we have talked about AI agents can do, but I bet you are wondering, how do I actually build one? Next page, please. Building an AI agent isn't as difficult as you might think. Vertex AI Agent Builder makes it really simple. Agent Builder simplifies agent creation, allowing you to connect to various data sources, enhance accuracy, and seamlessly integrate with external services. Next page, please. Building AI agent is now simple as point and click. With Vertex AI's no-coder interface, you just define the goal, provide the instruction, and let the platform handle the rest of things. Okay, so you can check out the quick demo on the right to see just how easy it is. Right? It's just very simple with no code. Okay, next page, please. So here we can see Google Cloud puts the powerful of AI in everyone's hands. No coding skills? No problem. Use our pre-trained models and get it started right away. Want to customize AI with your own data? You can consider BigQuery machine learning, and AutoML can make it very easy. Or ready to build your own AI agents? Okay, Agent Builder has you covered. So whether you are a beginner or an expert, Google Cloud has the tools you need to succeed with AI. Next page, please. Okay, that wraps up my session. Google Cloud provides everything you need to lead the way in AI. Our experience, open platform, and powerful tools enable you to build and deploy the next generation of AI solutions. We are excited to partner with you to build the future of AI together. Thank you. Over to Benjamin for your demo time.
Thanks, Jackie. That was very informative and very interesting. Right? I think we can both admit that there's a bright future for AI capabilities, especially when we pair up Google's solution with a modern database solution. And the next component of our webinar today will showcase exactly just that, with a demo on AI-powered chatbots on the edge with Google Gemini and Couchbase Lite as the database of choice. Now, before I get into the demo, I wanted to show everyone an architecture flow of what exactly we'll be doing. Now, in this case, we would be uploading a PDF of a document to make our chatbot more knowledgeable and more domain specific. Now, what is going to happen at the back end is that we are using an embedding model from Hugging Face called All Mini LM, and we'll be storing the vectors in Couchbase Lite. Now, when we make a request in natural language to Google Gemini, the request, or rather, the output that will be streamed to our end user would be more informative and more relevant. Now, before I get into the demo itself, I wanted to show everyone first the document that I'll be uploading into my device. Now, this document actually comes from Nanyang Technological University for undergraduates who wish to understand better about the courses which are available in NTU and also what is good about the courses. Now, let's take a look at some of the schools which are within NTU. Now, one school which I think most of us might be familiar with is NTU's Computer Science and Engineering School, also known as SCSE. Now, the School of Computer Science and Engineering has got many advantages for an undergraduate to join. It ranks number 6 in computer science based on the latest US News Global Universities in 2023. It's ranked number 2 for AI. It's ranked number 3 based on Times. Now, if I were to scroll down a little bit more, there is a page dedicated to the excellence of another school within NTU. This time, it's called Nanyang Business School, or NBS for short. Now, in here, we can see that it's recognized for excellence where it's accredited by EQUIS, or European Quality Improvement Systems. It is also accredited by AACSB, which is the Association of Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business, and many other rankings, which tell an undergraduate why he should join Nanyang Business School over other universities in Singapore. Now, the reason why I'm showing this document is not to showcase why NTU is very good, but it's because I want to upload this into my vector database so that when my user actually makes a request to my chatbot, he is getting more relevant answers. Now, what I'll be doing is to upload this particular document into my chatbot. So what I'm going to do now is to drag and drop that document which we had seen into my application. And you would see in just a moment after I've selected Add PDF and I've selected that particular PDF document, that chunks are being processed. Now, what is happening on the back end is that this PDF is actually going through the Hugging Face embedding model, and it's storing the vectors in my Couchbase Lite database. Now, once this has been loaded, I can then start making my request in natural language. The first one that I'm going to run is to say, tell me about the excellence of SCSE. Now, because we have seen that document in NTU, we know that SCSE means the School of Computer Science and Engineering within Nanyang Technological University. But if I were to run this on, say, ChatGPT itself, ChatGPT wouldn't have the contextual understanding to know what SCSE actually means. So I'm going to hit run, and the result that is going to come back is to tell me that the School of Computer Science is actually ranked number 3. It's ranked this, and where exactly it comes from that PDF document. Now I can make another request to say, tell me about the excellence of NBS. Now, because we had seen that document, we know that NBS stands for Nanyang Business School. But if we were to actually search it up on ChatGPT, we would see that NBS actually refers to the National Bureau of Standards. So this is the reason why a vector database is so important. We are avoiding hallucinations, and we are making our chatbot a little bit more smarter and a little bit more contextualized. Now you would see here accreditation by AACSB, whatever we had seen in the document. We would see the global rankings, as well as other reasons in the document why Nanyang Business School is better or should be the choice of your business school. Now, if I were to scroll a little bit down, you would see exactly where this document came from within that PDF that I had uploaded. Now, this is an example or a short demo of how we are able to combine the capabilities which are available within Couchbase and within Google to develop AI-powered applications. Now, coming back to the slide deck, we want to remind everyone that the possibilities are endless. While we have shown a particular demo incorporating Couchbase Lite and Google Gemini, you could also run different types of LLMs on Couchbase as the database of your choice. If you would like to take this to an offline setting, you can in fact choose a different set of solutions within Google, such as Google Gemma, to make your AI-powered chatbots available in an offline setting, even when internet connectivity is not available. Now, how can we get started with Couchbase? Now, we have got many different avenues for you to get started with Couchbase, and I'll take some time to pause here so that you can scan the QR codes to get all the valuable assets that we have for our developers. Starting off with our Couchbase community Discord, and in the middle, we have Couchbase Capella free tier, where you'll be able to sign up for a free tier of Couchbase database as a service. Now, this is a perpetual free tier. This means that as long as you are using the database, it stays on forever. And last but not least, if you would like to try out Couchbase for an on-prem deployment or for Kubernetes deployment, or even for mobile deployment, which we have just seen today, you can go over to couchbase.com/downloads, and that will take you to all the packages which are available for you. Additionally, we have got Couchbase Playground, which allows our end users like yourself to get started with Couchbase and to learn about the different SDKs or software development kits which are available, and to also learn SQL++ within Couchbase. Now, I can assure you that if you are familiar with SQL, you would be familiar already with how to query data within Couchbase. And with that, we wrap up today's webinar and we open up the floor for any questions that you might have.